I am from Gogras Maths Hub. I am going to discuss about principal value branch related to inverse trigonometric function, that is chapter 2 of NCERT 12 Maths. Here I have written principal value branch PVB, principal value branch. Concept 1, let x is equal to sin y. Here you can see sin y is a function. Only sin is there in right hand side. If you move sin to left hand side, it will become 1 over sin dot x. That will become 1 over sin will move back in numerator, it will become sin inverse x equal to y. Then sin inverse x equal to y. If this condition is there, from this condition x equal to sin y, then sin inverse x equal to y will be there only if principal value branch implies that minus pi over 2 less than equal to y less than equal to pi over 2, or y belong to closed interval minus pi over 2 comma pi over 2 closed interval. If this condition is there, then sin inverse x equal to y it will become. Here I have written sin in bracket minus pi over 2 equal to minus sin pi over 2 equal to minus sin pi over 2 equal to sin 90 degree, sin 90 degree equal to 1. It will become minus 1. Here sin pi over 2 equal to sin pi over 2 equal to 1. Sin 90 degree equal to 1. Now come out to concept number 2. Here I have written let x equal to cos y. This is the function. Then cos inverse x equal to y will be possible only when principal value branch implies that 0 less than equal to y less than equal to pi, or y belong to closed interval 0 comma pi closed interval. Here I have written cos 0 degree equal to 1, cos pi equal to cos 90 plus 90. This means that here you can see 90 plus 90, it will go in second quadrant. In second quadrant, only sine and cosec will be positive, rest of PV ratio will be negative. I have written here negative. Since here you can see 90 is there, the cos will convert it into sine. So it will become minus sine 90 equal to minus 1. Now come out to next concept number 3. Let x equal to tan y. Then tan inverse x equal to y will be possible only when principal value branch implies that minus pi over 2 less than y less than pi over 2, or y belong to open interval minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2 open interval. Here tan in bracket minus pi by 2 equal to minus tan pi by 2 equal to minus infinite, because tan 90 degree equal to infinite, not defined, minus infinite. And here I have written tan pi by 2 equal to infinite, not defined. That's why here you can see open interval is there, here open interval is there. This means that minus pi by 2 and pi by 2 will not be included in the value of y. minus pi by 2 and pi by 2 will be excluded while calculating the value of y in case of tan inverse x equal to 1. Now come out to next concept. Here I have written concept number 4. Let x equal to cot y. Then cot inverse x equal to y will be possible only when principal value branch implies that 0 less than y less than pi or y belong to open interval 0 comma pi open interval. Here you can see cot 0 degree is equal to 1 over 0 equal to infinite, and cot pi plus 0 equal to cot 0 equal to infinite. This means that here 0 and pi will be excluded while calculating the value of y in case of cot inverse x equal to y. Now concept number 5 here. Let x equal to cosec y imply that cosec inverse x equal to y will be written when principal value branch implies that minus pi by 2 less than equal to y less than equal to pi by 2, but y will not be equal to 0. Why? Here you can see cosec 0 degree. If you put here y equal to 0, this will become here cosec 0 degree equal to 1 over 0 equal to infinite, not defined. That's why y equal to 0 will be excluded while calculating the value of y in case of cosec inverse x equal to y. Now next concept I have written here, concept number 6. Let x equal to sec y. Then sec inverse x equal to y will be written when principal value branch implies that 0 less than equal to y less than equal to pi, but y is not equal to pi by 2. If y equal to pi by 2 will be there, then sec pi by 2 will become 1 over 0 equal to infinite, not defined. That's why the value of y equal to pi by 2 will be excluded while taking principal value branch 0 less than equal to y less than equal to pi in case of sec inverse x equal to y. Now here I have written sin inverse x, tan inverse x, cosec inverse x. Now here I have made the quadrant system. Here you can see 0 degree. From 0 degree, if you move from 0 degree to up to pi 180 degree, then cos inverse x, cot inverse x and sec inverse x will be there. And if you move from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, then sin inverse x, comma tan inverse x, comma cosec inverse will be there. Why it is so? You can see here, just locate sin inverse x. Here you can see sin inverse x. In sin inverse x you can see here pi by 2. Range is minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 in case of sin inverse x. Here you can see minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Here minus pi by 2 pi by 2 in case of sin inverse x. I have written sin inverse x. Now come out to tan inverse x. You can see here a tan inverse x. In case of tan inverse x, you can see here minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. In between, the value of y will be there. That's why tan inverse x I have written here. And here I have written cosec inverse x. Search of cosec inverse x is here. You can see here minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So here you can see minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 in case of cosec inverse x. That's why sin inverse x, tan inverse x and cosec inverse x will be taken from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, and now come out to here from 0 to pi cos inverse x, cot inverse x, and sec inverse x. So now come out to here cos inverse x you can see here 0 to pi cos inverse x 0 to pi cos inverse x 0 to pi. Now cot inverse x you can see here cot inverse x 0 to pi, in between 0 to pi cot inverse will be there. And now sec inverse x you can see here, 0 to pi sec inverse is there, 0 to pi sec inverse is there. On this basis, now properties of invertigo will be there. Here I have written cos inverse minus x equal to pi minus cos inverse x. Why it is so? Here you can see cos inverse x. So here you can see cos inverse x. So cos inverse x, if you go from 0 to pi, you find cos inverse x. Cos inverse x will lie between 0 to pi. That's why pi minus cos inverse x will equal to cos inverse in bracket minus x. Now come out to next here cot inverse x you can see. Cot inverse x is from 0 to pi. So here you can see cot inverse minus x equal to pi minus cot inverse x. So pi minus cot inverse x, if you take, that will become cot inverse in bracket minus x. And now sec inverse in bracket minus x equal to pi minus sec inverse x. So pi minus sec inverse x will be there. You will find sec inverse in bracket minus x. Now in this case, sine inverse x, tan inverse x, cosec inverse x, you can see falling between minus pi by 2, pi by 2. That's why sine inverse minus x will become minus sine inverse x. Tan inverse minus x will become minus tan inverse x. And cosec inverse minus x will become minus cosec inverse x. These are the formula you must remember for invert. Here I have written sin inverse x plus cos inverse x equal to pi by 2. For all x belong to closed interval minus 1, comma 1 closed interval. This is the domain. You can see closed interval minus 1, comma 1 closed interval. This is the domain of sin inverse and cos inverse. And here you can see tan inverse x plus cot inverse x equal to pi by 2 for all x belong to set of real numbers. So here you can see the domain of tan inverse x and cot inverse will be the real number. And here I have written sec inverse x plus cosec inverse x equal to pi by 2 for all x belong to open interval minus infinite, comma minus 1 closed interval union closed interval 1, comma infinite open interval. These are the some properties and formulas related to inverse trigonometry functions. That is chapter 2 of NCERT 12th Maths. This is the lecture of today. Tomorrow I shall meet you all guys. Okay, thanks.